I want to just be real with you today, just fully right on real. Nothing better than being human. And when it comes right down to it, in order to fully access our heart wisdom, which to me means our deepest knowing, something that's even deeper than intuition, insight. It's like something that we know at our core, in our bones, and in our blood. And then this knowing can become so activated and engaged within us that we're able to live this and live from here. But that doesn't mean that we ever bypass anything that is human. The challenges and difficulties that arise often if you're showing up for life. And right now, we're all asked to show up in a very wide, broad, unexpected, uncharted way before. So I just want to give you an opportunity to really be with yourself just exactly as you are. This is always the doorway to a deeper freedom, a deeper aliveness. I want to tell a little story that happened with me last night, so I may go off course a bit, but I do believe it's all related and you'll benefit. I was working on a project for 5 hours of doing investing, typing, and I was on a roll. And you know, when you get on a roll and things are flowing and insight is there and you feel like you're really speaking your heart and it's all just coming. Well, that was happening for me, and I had it for a good 5 hours. And then I shifted something on the computer to access something else. And I came back and it was all gone. Every single part of it, pages of insight and flow. And it was the end of my writing time, and I don't get that much time often where I can really focus and just be in a space of listening to myself and letting it come. And I do recommend that we have opportunities for this. So, anyways, I came downstairs and I was feeling somewhat devastated. And I told my daughter what had happened. And she said, Mom, you just have to get over it and move on. And, you know, there's wisdom in that. And I was, thank you for that. But I think anything that comes to us, there is, yeah, eventually we get to moving on. But we don't really get to moving on if we bypass anything along the way. So it brought me into a deep reflection of I had invested 5 hours, but think about all of the different things in life that we invest our heart and our soul into, primarily usually people, especially when you're in a family or you have a partner, parents, children, maybe a work project, and we can invest lots of time perhaps into a given health situation. And then anything can happen at any time. So that degree of loss or devastation that I felt was really quite small compared to what we can invest in a given life. So I just wanted to say that because there are people around us, some who aren't well, some who are at risk. And, if we consider and reflect upon the amount of investment that we have in any one given thing, especially a life, that there will be a time of a sense of feeling deep loss, devastation. And even in the beginning, there might be a numbness because there's so much invested that it's the overwhelm may feel like too much to even be able to process all that feeling. So when we think about living heart wisdom, it's about living your humanity and showing up for yourself exactly as you are. So if something is lost, there may be somebody else who comes along and says, get over it, get on with it. But yeah, there's a point for that. But really, It's like, can we sit with ourselves or with another person and see them just as they are, without judgment, just as an open space of meeting and allowing, just as we do here in the meditations. Like even right now, considering like often, we're not very well trained in how to grieve over our losses. I gave a very minute example, but, to be able to open and to whether it be numbness or perhaps a part that just really feels closed off, to let yourself meet and see that part in you or whether it be another person. And in the space of just noticing, kind of scanning and allowing yourself to be human. All of us are experiencing loss right now. The loss of being able to go out of the house, into a cafe, a restaurant, whatever it might be, visiting friends. If you're really taking this lockdown seriously, and I hope that you are, there's loss involved in it. So let yourself have that. And as we close our eyes, if you haven't done so already, let yourself relax into your body and breathe out into those spaces that maybe you don't often feel, welcoming all of you to be here. Breathing wide in the torso, wide in the back. All the way down to the belly. And feeling yourself anchored through your base. Inviting all of your humanness to be here in this wide space of you, in the constant of you that welcomes, that allows, that has full compassion and a very wide capacity